All right, if everybody's ready, I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Welcome, everybody. This is the regular commission meeting of the Mason County Commission for September 28th, 2021. With that, we are going to go ahead and move on to the Pledge of Allegiance. Dan Tuberg, would you do us the honor, please, of leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dan. Roll call, please.
Commissioner District 1, Randy Netherland.
I'm here.
Commissioner District 2, Kevin Schutte.
Here.
Commissioner District 3, Sharon Trask.
I'm here.
Excellent, thank you. Next up is item number 4, which is our correspondence and organizational business. Do we have any correspondence to come before the board?
We do. Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent in the following: a liquor and marijuana license due to expire, and liquor license number 424962 discontinued for Hoodsport Pizzeria. And the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission sent in a report regarding the Cushman number 1 and Cushman number 2 developments of the Cushman project.
Thank you. Item number 4.2, proclamation, National 4-H Week. Dan?
Morning, commissioners. It is almost October, and October is when we start our 4-H week, or our 4-H new year. And typically we come before the commission, and with National 4-H, we proclaim National 4-H week together. And it's an exciting time for 4-H. That's a launch of our new 4-H program, and we're excited every year about this time. So we have a whereas proclamation as normal, lots of words in there, but really it's just an exciting time to say Mason County is proud of our 4-H program here. We have a wonderful history of supporting youth and families. I'm excited to again partner with Mason County to make sure that our program is successful for another year.
Thank you. We lost you there at the end, but I think we got it all in there. Thank you, Dan. There you are. You're back.
Do you want me to read it, or are we good this year? It's your choice, Commissioner.
No, it's actually your choice, Dan.
I'll go ahead and read it if that works for you.
Please.
Okay. National 4-H Week. Whereas 4-H is America's largest youth development organization, having supported almost 6 million youth across the country thus far. And whereas 4-H has helped more than 1,500 youth in Mason County to become confident, independent, resilient, and compassionate leaders. And whereas 4-H is delivered by Cooperative Extension, a community of more than 100 public universities across the nation that provide experiences where young people learn by doing in hands-on projects in areas including health, science, agriculture, and citizenship. And whereas National 4-H Week showcases the incredible experiences that 4-H offers young people and highlights the remarkable 4-H youth in Mason County who work each day to make a positive impact on those around them. And whereas 4-H network of 600,000 volunteers and 3,500 professionals provide caring and supportive mentoring to all 4-Hers, helping them to grow into true leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Now, therefore, we, the Mason County Board of County Commissioners, hereby proclaim October 3rd to the 9th, 2021 as National 4-H Week throughout Mason County, and encourage all of our citizens to recognize 4-H for the significant impact it has made and continues to make by empowering youth with the skills they need to lead for a lifetime. Dated this 28th day of September, 2021.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Next up, news release. Mason County recognizes 45 employees for years of service. Chair Commissioner Netherland. Give me a minute here, guys. I have the packet here. All right, news release. Mason County proudly recognizes 45 county employees for celebrating work anniversaries of 10 years and more of service in Mason County. Sheriff's Office, 30 years of service, Randy Newell. Anna Pamperin, 25 years of service. Michelle Goldsby, Travis Adams, 20 years of service. Cynthia Brewer, William Philpott, Trevor Severance, Michael Western, 15 years of service. Eric Heilman, Jason Zanuski, Nathan Birkland, Christopher Gaynor, Angel Evans, Michael Sargent, 10 years of service. Crystal Dierick. District Court had Tanya Smith serving 20 years of service. Treasurer's Office, 30 years of service, Julie Reichert. 20 years of service, Brittany Pearson. The Public Works, 20 years of service, Timothy Rhodes and Stephen Bennett. 15 years of service, Kelly Art, Roy Byerly, Alan Burbisco, Amy Brackman, Roderick LaRue, and Del Schnitzer. Support Services, 30 years of service, Diane Zorin. Department of Community Development, 35 years of service, Grace Miller. 30 years of service, Eugene McFarland. Probation Services, 30 years of service, Michael Dunn. 15 years of service, Don Mesogenic. Prosecutor's Office, 20 years of service, Darcy Ward, Timothy Higgs. 15 years of service, Nicole Helser. Auditor's Office, Marie Stevenson, 15 years. 10 years of service for Casey Flatiger. Health Services, Public Health Services, 20 years of service, Lydia Buhite, Benjamin Johnson, Stacy Ells. Facilities and Grounds, 30 years of service, Jesse Weston, Kelly Frazier. Juvenile Facilities Care and Custody, 25 years of service, Timothy Vanderwall. Clerk, 20 years of service, Marie Reagan. 15 years of service, Terry Owen. 15 years of service for the Coroner's Office, Wes Stockwell. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we have people that have served here in Mason County. And first of all, my apologies. They should never have given me all those names. I'm the wrong one of all three of the commissioners to be able to read their names and know their names. And my apologies for any of them that I messed up. We are truly honored in this county to have these people that have served with us as long as they have. We actually have people that have served here in the county for 40 years. And I will say, when we're doing this and giving these awards out, we were doing some joking about the longevity and why would they? The truth is, this is one of the most incredible places in the world to work, and they're working with some of the most incredible people. That's why they would. And I got to tell you, it's an honor to have served with any of them. And if you don't mind, I'm going to break from what we're doing and ask the commission to please comment and thank these people as well, if you don't mind. Commissioner Schutte, would you lead off?
Sure, thanks, Commissioner Netherland. Yeah, it was always great to get together with our long-serving county employees, and just really appreciate all the work that they do day in and day out to serve the community, especially over the past 18 months. It's just a great opportunity for us to say thank you. And the comment that I made at the get together last week, I'll make today, and it's simply this: the people that you think run the county aren't ever nearly as important as the people who keep the county running, and that's exactly what these folks do, whether they work in the sheriff's office or the treasurer's office or everything in between, and just really appreciated getting a chance to say thank you and celebrate them a little bit. It does not come close to giving them the full recognition that they deserve for everything they do in our community.
Thank you, Commissioner Schutte. Commissioner Trask.
Well, Mason County rocks, and our employees are top of the line. All of them are just amazing. We could not do our job effectively without the people here. So I just want to thank all of those that have put in so many years of service, and for helping make our job just a little bit easier. It's awesome. Thank you guys all so much.
Again, as you've heard, it is actually an honor to serve with these folks, and I hope everybody out there in the public understands when they come in to deal with them that they're people just like everybody else, and they deserve to always be treated with respect. And in this job, it's not always that easy, and people sometimes do not, but these people of all people deserve all of our respect. With that, I thank you. Next up is item number 4.4, news release, Mason County Parks and Trails Advisory Board, Commissioner Trask.
Thank you. The Board of Mason County Commissioners is seeking applications from community members who are interested in serving on the Mason County Parks and Trails Advisory Board. The Mason County Parks and Trails Advisory Board provides recommendations to the Board of Commissioners regarding the planning, acquisition, and development of parks, trails, and related programs in Mason County. The Parks and Trails Advisory Board is a 7-member board appointed by the Mason County Commissioners. Ideally, there would be 2 positions for each commissioner district and 1 at-large position. If the vacancies cannot be filled with members from the respective districts as desired, at-large members residing anywhere in Mason County can be substituted. The intent is to provide equal geographic representation from throughout Mason County if possible. If you have an interest in parks, trails, or other outdoor recreational opportunities and would like to make a difference in your community, you are encouraged to apply. The Mason County Parks and Trails Advisory Board meets the 4th Thursday of each month at 5 p.m. Interested citizens may obtain an application at the Mason County Commissioner's Office, 411 North 5th Street, Shelton, or by calling Shelton 360-427-9670, extension 380. Belfair 360-275-4467, extension 380, or visit the Mason County website at www.co.mason.wa. Applications will be accepted until positions are filled.
Thank you, Commissioner Trask. Next up, item number 4.5, a news release, Clean Water District Advisory Committee vacancy. Alex Pacey.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you. We have a news release here for the Clean Water District Advisory Committee. Mason County is seeking 3 citizen representatives residing within district designated boundaries to serve on the Mason County Clean Water District Advisory Committee. This committee will provide oversight on the surface water quality program under the County Health Department. Members will work with county staff on program objectives and reduction of non-point pollution sources within the district boundaries. The committee will likely meet 2 to 6 times a year, depending on program needs. Meetings are expected to be 1 to 2 hours in length. Citizen members will serve 1 to 3 years initially to stagger expirations. Applications to serve on this committee are now being accepted until filled and should be submitted to Mason County Health Department at 415 North 6th Street, Shelton, Washington, 98584. Application forms may be obtained from the Commissioner's office at 360-427-9670, extension 419, or visiting the county website at www.co.mason.wa.us. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Next up, news release, Housing Authority of Mason County Board of Commissioners opening, Frank Pinter.
Thank you, Commissioners. Mason County is seeking applications to fill a vacant position on the Housing Authority of Mason County Board of Commissioners. The Housing Authority is the owner-manager of Pine Gardens Apartments, Goldsboro Cove Apartments, Fairmount Cove Apartments, and Neelan Park Apartments. The Mason County Housing Authority is a 5-member board. The board typically meets on the first Wednesday at 9 a.m. with special meetings scheduled as necessary. The time commitment is approximately 2 to 3 hours per month. Appointed commissioners normally serve a 5-year term. Interested persons are encouraged to apply for this board by completing an advisory board application form that can be downloaded from the website www.co.mason.wa.us or by calling the Commissioner's office at 427-9670, extension 419, or 275-4467, extension 419, or 482-5269, extension 419. Applications to serve on the board are being accepted until filled and should be submitted to the Mason County Commissioners at 411 North 5th Street, Shelton, Washington, 98584. If there are any questions about this board, please contact the Commissioner's office at 427-9670, extension 419. Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our correspondence. Mackenzie, is there any other correspondence or organizational business to come before us?
No, there is not.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Next up is item number 5, which is our open forum for citizens input. This is your opportunity to speak to the commission on any item that is not on the agenda. If it is on the agenda, we're going to ask that you wait and you'll be given an opportunity to talk when that item comes up. So again, if you have something that's on the agenda, please hold off. We'll give you your opportunity. But if it's not, this is your opportunity to speak to the commission. 3 minutes is your maximum time. And remember, it's only 15 minutes total for everybody. So please be brief. You don't have to use the full 3 minutes. I will ask you to raise your hand on the participants list if you would like to speak to the commission, or I'll give you an opportunity to unmute yourself if you don't know how to do that. To say your name, but I do have one person ready to speak now, and that is Terry King. So I'm going to call on Terry King first. Terry?
Great. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak today. I bring greetings from our grand old Oyster, which is Brad Miller, and he is the person overseeing our virtual Oyster Fest 2021 event this year. And as many of you know, Oyster Fest has many main purposes, and one of them is to promote the amazing shellfish that we grow in our region, to promote clean water and make sure that everybody understands that clean water is essential for that industry, for promoting tourism in Mason County, and also for providing a venue for our local nonprofits to be able to raise funds. We've been, experiencing some things in our community right now that didn't allow us to participate or to hold an in-person event. And so we've created a virtual event. So you might have seen at Overlook Park outside of Shelton, the Oyster Man has come up. And the Oyster Man is something that Skookum Rotary sponsored, purchased from Rachel, had commissioned by Rachel to enter that 3-icon rotating gallery that we have at Overlook Park. And it's an amazing, he is amazing to have there to greet everybody as they come into Shelton. We've also been working with the city on their new electronic reader boards, and you might have seen some of those messages. But probably the newest wrinkle that we have this year is we have created an amazing renewed partnership with 3 companies, Taylor Shellfish, Hama Hama Oyster Company, and Goose Point Oyster. And they have created curated seafood boxes that you can purchase online with them, and they will deliver to your home. So although we can't bring you to Oyster Fest and have all of our amazing nonprofits provide food for you and have you taste, these guys have created some amazing boxes. So we have coconut curry, manila clams, cioppino, manila clams. We have a breaded oyster kit, oyster shooters pre-shucked. Let's see what else is in the kit. Oh, and Taylor's famous top off oysters. They're frozen. They've got a compound butter with them. There's 2 different varieties. They hold well. They'll be great for the holiday season. So a portion of the proceeds from those kits will come to Skookum Rotary to allow us to continue our great work in Mason County and around the world. We've got a lot of surprises available for folks, and we want to invite everybody to, like our Facebook page, look at our Oysterfest .org page, our website. We've got scavenger hunts, we have shucking demos, we have shucking contests from some of our top shuckers that have participated in the past. And we really want to thank the community for sticking with us as we've all, traversed these difficult times and continue to keep the spirit of Oyster Fest alive, and join us this weekend. But actually it will be all month of October. We'll have different things that come forward. So Brad and I wanted to make sure that the commission and our club, that the commission knew about the event and could maybe check in and see what's going on over the weekend. Every hour we'll have a new post and a new something. For our vendors, we have movies that they've been able to capture so that they can share their experience at Oysterfest and what their organization does. So oysterfest.org or on Facebook, Oysterfest.
Thank you, Terry. We actually miss you. It's been a while since we've seen you. So
long hair.
Yeah, I noticed that. I've never seen that before. No, thank you very much. Commissioners, do you have any comment on this? I know myself, I'd like one more time for her to tell us where we can go to buy the top off oysters.
Sure. So for the oysters, the top off oysters is from Taylor Shellfish, and you order them online, and then you can pick them up at the store there in Shelton, and only in Shelton, or you can have them delivered to your home. For the manila clam kit, it's from Hama Hama, and those are available now. Last I checked, we might have had a little supply issue, but I know that they've beefed up that. And so you order those online. Unfortunately, you can't pick up from Hama Hama. And on October 1st, Goose Point Oyster, who has some of our top shuckers routinely, has put together that breaded and raw product bar for us. So they've done some amazing jobs of creating these kits for us and allowing us to work with them to sell them. So yeah.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Oh, yeah, Sharon.
I cannot wait for Oyster Fest to be in person again. So much fun. That's one of my favorite events to volunteer for too. So to see all the people there. But looking forward to ordering some oysters and
Awesome.
helping you help others. You guys are amazing. We're blessed to have you guys. Well,
Thank you. It's really difficult. I mean, we support so many of our nonprofits here in the community, and our scholarships. I mean, you know, an amazing amount of scholarships for our students, and not having an event 2 years in a row is difficult, but we think we found a new way to help. And I will tell you, people are really excited about keeping these kids even into the future. So yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. Thank you.
Commissioner Schutte, did you?
Yeah, I'll just Terry, appreciate the updates today, and just I know how hard you and Brad and your whole group is working to adapt, and just really grateful to see this tradition continue in Mason County, even if it's in a little bit different way than we're all used to, and you know, just really appreciate that. And just also thanks to Hamahama, Taylor, Goose Point for stepping up, and just fantastic companies in our community. They are Mason County through and through, and just really appreciate you know, that partnership. So looking forward to a great virtual event, and
Great.
hopefully back in person next year, but we'll do what we can to support you this year too.
Awesome. And thank you all so much. Now, if you do order one of the kits, one of the things you're going to get is this commemorative Oyster Shucker sticker, and he is peeled, so it'll just be the image. And this was produced locally by Black Star. So even though we have supply chain issues, we do have local vendors that are able to really, really help us. And Justin Bays and his entire family is part of the Skookum family, but really stepped up and helped us do some amazing things. So yeah. So something unique for folks that do participate this year.
Thank you, Terry.
Am I able to participate even though I'm in Shelton Rotary? Is that okay?
Absolutely. Shelton Rotary has been a longtime supporter of Oyster Fest. So yes, we don't have your specific curry, but we do have a coconut curry that's pretty amazing if you want to try it.
They'll just throw oysters at you as you come through the
That's
door.
right,
That's
yeah.
all right.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you very much,
So thank
Terry.
you again.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to speak to the commission on any item that is not on the agenda? If you'd like to speak to us about an item not on the agenda, please raise your hand now. Hearing none, feel free to unmute yourself and say your name so I can call on you, please. If you'd like to speak to the commission, unmute yourself, say your name, and I will call on you. Hearing none, we will move forward to item number 6, which is the adoption of today's agenda.
Mr. Chair, I move that we adopt today's agenda.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded for the adoption of today's agenda as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Item number 7, approval of the minutes.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of August 16th, 2021 and August 30th, 2021 briefing minutes, and August 17th, 2021 and September 14th, 2021 regular meeting minutes as presented.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded for the approval of the August 16th, 2021 and August 30th, 2021 briefing minutes, and the August 17th, 2021 and September 14th, 2021 regular meeting minutes as presented. No additions or pulls. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. Next up, item number 8 is approval of our action agenda. All items on the action agenda will be read to the public. After it's read to the public and read into the record, you'll be given an opportunity to ask a question to help you decide whether or not to take it off for a separate vote. If you'd like to testify, you'll need to take it off for a separate vote in order to do that. If after the questions you decide to take it off for a separate vote, please let us know and we will do so, and we will vote on it separately and give you an opportunity to testify. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and have Commissioner Trask please read 8.1 through 8.4. Commissioner Schutte, 8.5 through 8.8, and I will read 8.9 through 8.12.
Item 8.1, approval of warrants and treasurer electronic remittances, claims clearing fund warrants number 808-3175 through 808-3377 in the amount of $1,777,468.51. Item 8.2, approval for the Information Technology Department to purchase the Mason County Storage Area Network upgrade using America Rescue Plan Act funds. Item 8.3, approval of the resolution authorizing the county treasurer to distribute the public utility district excise tax per RC, per RCW 54.28.090. Item 8.4, approval of amendment 23 to consolidated contract number CLH 18253 with the Department of Health, adding statements of work for $29,605 for emergency preparedness, $202,891 for foundational public health services, $50,000 for overdose prevention, and amending statements of work extending the end date for COVID-19 coordinated response to December 31st, 2021, $16,924 for maternal health or child health, and $15,000 for wastewater management.
Item 8.5, approval of the park host contract for Walker Park with Robert Chavis. Item 8.6, approval to reappoint Dan Dittmer to the Veterans Advisory Board for a 2-year term ending November 1st, 2023, and appoint Pamela Stevens y Perez for a 2-year term ending September 28th, 2023. Item 8.7, approval of both the January 2021 through December 2023 collective bargaining agreements for Teamsters Union Local 252, representing Mason County's Juvenile Detention Unit and Probation Unit. Item 8.8, approval of the amendment of resolution number 73-03 to change the county agent designated to receive claims for damages from the clerk of the board to the designated risk manager.
Item number 8.9, approval to pay Nicole Wilston, Risk and Safety Compliance Manager, 10% lead pay effective September 1st, 2021. Pay Carl Bud Olson, Parks Department, 10% lead pay effective September 16th, 2021, and pay Tammy Wright, Emergency Management, 10% lead pay effective September 16th, 2021, until the management positions are created and filled. Item number 8.10, approval to set a public hearing on Tuesday, October 26, 2021 at 9:15 a.m. to consider approving the franchise agreement between Mason County and Orchard Beach Community Group to construct, operate, and maintain their water system along Orchard Beach Drive. Item number 8.11, approval to authorize the Public Works, Utilities, and Waste Division to purchase 2 new pumps for the Lakewood Pump Station for approximately $38,353.28 plus tax and freight using ARPA funds. Item number 8.12, approval to set a public hearing for Tuesday, October 26, 2021 at 9:15 to consider establishing a 25-mile-per-hour speed limit on Boyer Road from milepost 0.000 to milepost 1.046. Now that these items have been read to you in the public, it's your opportunity to ask questions that may help you to make a decision on whether or not something should be taken off for a separate vote. Let's see, and we also have here, there's an addition that I don't have in my copy for 8.13. Kevin Schutte, you have that in front of you. Would you please read that to the public?
Sure. Item 8.13 is an approval of the letter of support regarding the Arc of the Peninsulas for Thurston Mason developmental disabilities.
Thank you very much. So now these items have been read to you in the public. If there's anybody that has any questions that would help you decide whether to have it taken off for a separate vote, now's your opportunity to raise your hand and let us know that you would like to ask a question. If you don't know how to raise your hand, I'll let you now go ahead and unmute yourself, say your name, and give me an opportunity to call on you. Any questions? I have one. Is there anybody on here, Frank? I noticed that on item number 8.2, there is no amount.
Hold on one second. $136,261.
$261?
Yes.
Okay, so for the record, item number 8.2, approval of the Information Technology IT Department to purchase Mason County Storage Area Network sand upgrade using American Rescue Plan Act funds. The amount is $136,261. Is there any other questions? Hearing none, is there any items anybody would like taken off for a separate vote? Please unmute yourself now, say your name, and I will call on you. If there's any items like taken off for a separate vote, unmute yourself now, say your name, and I will call on you. Hearing none. Commissioners, do you have any items you'd like taken off for a separate vote? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move approval of items 8.1 through 8.13 on today's action agenda.
I'll second.
It has been moved and seconded for the approval of the action agenda 8.1 through 8.13 as presented. Is there any comment? And all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. Next up, item number 9, department heads and elected officials. Are there any department heads or elected officials who would like to speak at this time? Please unmute yourself, say your name, and give me an opportunity to call on you. Any elected officials or department heads who would like to speak, unmute yourself, say your name, and give me an opportunity to call on you. Hearing none, we will move forward. There is no hearing set for this meeting, so we will move to item number 11, which is our board reports and calendars. Commissioner Trask, would you do us the honor of leading us off? Commissioner Schutte, and then myself.
Absolutely. Once I can find my calendar. All right, on going back a bit, on Wednesday, I was able to go with do a ride along with Public Works, and we got to see some of our waste management facilities, and they're pretty amazing. We've got some talented people there, and they're passionate about their work. So I wanted to do a special thank you to them. They're pretty cool. And then also, I think Commissioner Netherland and I were at a Reagan Legacy event. And get my mouse to work. Maybe it's my fingers. This afternoon, we have a Board of Health meeting. We have an executive session. I will be at a Public Works Board retreat in Wenatchee from Wednesday through Friday, where there's a homecoming dance on Saturday night that we will be working at. Monday is our county briefing, a virtual WASAC virtual assembly. Let's see, and then we have our EOC meetings. I get to go see the dentist. Pretty excited about that one. Public Works Board Executive Committee meeting. And then we have a WASAC LSE special meeting on Friday. My mother and father-in-law's anniversary is Monday, so I wanted to wish them a happy anniversary. And we're back to pretty much the normal routine from there on.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Just a few items going forward. Again, continuing with our county administrator finalists meetings and interviews the rest of today. Also have a Board of Health meeting and executive session this afternoon, and a potential for a special meeting tomorrow morning. Later this week, I'll also be attending the Up for Growth Housing virtual summit. Back for our briefings, and then we have a series of budget workshops scheduled. I'll be attending the PD1 customer appreciation event up in Potlatch, as well as my regular behavioral health organization staff meeting and our crisis service system of care coordination meeting, and then back for our next regular commission meeting.
Thank you. I myself had area command the last weeks or so. We had executive sessions for the administration position, North Mason Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors meeting. I want to say I was very honored, by the way, as a surprise. I did not know the gala was canceled, and at the event they started talking about somebody and they were given an award to, and it turned out to be me. And I was a little caught off guard. I was selected for their Chairman's Circle Award, and I'm very honored. I just wanted to say that. We also had our Employee Service Award, which was pretty spectacular. As you guys heard when we read it into the record, we have some pretty spectacular people, and I can't tell you how honored we are to serve with people that have been that committed to this county and this community as long as they have. Mason Transit Authority North Mason Community Voice meeting, and then I will also be in Commissioner Trask. We're at that same event, just so that people know we said nothing more than hi as we passed by each other. There was no business occurred. Customer appreciation at the PUD one. I will probably also be there. Stop in to say hi. It's a drive-through. I don't know that we'll even see each other. Area command meetings coming up, Board of Health. We'll have other executive sessions. We have a special meeting scheduled for tomorrow. Area command, again, let's see, Peninsula Regional Transportation Executive Board will be meeting. I will try to attend the Port of Allen meeting this week, the Law Enforcement and Firefighters Board. We will have budget briefings. I will be speaking at an event for the Eagles and an appreciation they're doing for the veterans. I'll be speaking at a meeting of a group called, I think it's Take Back Mason County. They asked me if I would show up for that. We have a Mason Transit Authority policy meeting and an Indigenous People Day, Orange Shirt Day. I've been asked to go and speak at that as well. That's a day where we're going to take to recognize what had happened with our children and our Indigenous children here that were taken from their families and put into housing and schooling without permission at the time. That'll be recognized, as will some of the other connections that we have with each other in our Indigenous people in our community, how we're all in this together. With that, that brings us back and we do briefings and do it all over again. Any comments or questions? If not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded that we adjourn. Hearing no objection, we are adjourned. Have a great one, everybody.
Good week, everybody. Thanks.